my mum's always said, why can't you have get a good Christian movie? I said, Mum, come on, I want to do the action films and the gritty crime dramas. And when that came through, I thought, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. So that helped me, to portray that character. It helped me kind of go deep into my beliefs and what I've learned.
That was actor James Barrington, our guest on this week's edition of Conversations from Studio 5. James recently visited our Virginia Beach studios to have a conversation about his film, The Firing Squad. He talks about his role in the film and the unique way he began his acting career. So before we get into Peter Lone, who is James Barrington?
Oh, well, who am I?
Yes.
Well, I'm a British actor that's been based in Los Angeles recently. I guess I'm relatively new to the scene. I acted as a kid. And COVID actually brought me back into the industry.
Really? How did that happen? What happened? What?
Well, I went into a separate field of business, which is predominantly the hospitality industry, and COVID shut it down. And acting was the only thing that really gave me joy, pleasure, no matter what. You know, it gave me something that I couldn't get out of anything else.
Nice.
And so, being out of a job essentially through COVID, I decided to go back into acting.
All right. And when did you relocate to LA?
Well, that was actually during LA.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that was during COVID. Yeah,
oh,
that's
wow.
when I was there. So I'm now going back and forth between London and LA.
So how do you come to this role? Is this the biggest role for you thus far?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
How'd you land it?
You know what? I like every other actor, I was doing auditions. You know, my agent would send me scripts to look at to audition for, and it actually came to a stage where I was, it's you can do 20, 30, 40, 50 auditions and might get one if you're lucky.
Yeah.
And it's getting to a stage where I'd get a few good feedback and results that I was getting from them, but I needed something more, you know? And I just questioned whether this might be right for me. And that was when actually the audition came through. I remember I was driving on the freeway and it came through. I knew I shouldn't look at my phone, but I was like, oh, this is good. I had to get back home quickly.
Oh, wow.
Looked at it, and that was the audition for The Firing Squad.
No, awesome. So you land this role. The gentleman is a real person.
Yeah.
Who is Peter Lone? What do you learn about him?
Well, I learned that, like you say, these were real people. This is not a fictitious story. He was a man that was attracted to, I guess, the darker sides of life at the time. He was a drug runner between Indonesia and Australia and Europe, and he, making millions and millions and millions of dollars a week. And unfortunately, he gets caught and finds his faith in God whilst being in prison.
Wow. What do you think this story says about the power of God, if you will?
Well, I mean, like my character experiences, he has every sports car you can imagine. Like I said, makes millions of dollars a week, goes to stays in 5-star resorts all across the world, flies private jets. Yet he was still missing something inside. And he gets sentenced to death, and the only real salvation is finding your faith through God, right? And he was against that. He was a pure atheist before that. So I think it shows that no matter what you get given, and especially nowadays where everything is, the materials are endless. You can have everything at your fingertips, no matter how much money you can have. But I think unless you have a faith in the Lord, then that can kind of shape you where you were going to end up, like all of us. Yeah.
What attracted you to him? Of all the roles you could have tried for, what attracted you to him?
Well, I've been brought up as a Christian. My mum took us to church. Even sometimes I didn't want to go. She made sure we had to go to church every Sunday. So seeing that, it helped. It resonated with me. And I think my mum's always said, "Why can't you have get a good Christian movie. I said, Mum, come on, I want to do the action films and the gritty crime dramas. And when that came through, I thought, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. So that helped me, to portray that character. It helped me kind of go deep into my beliefs and what I've learned growing up.
What did this role do for your own personal faith?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, to this day, it's almost kind of just spooky in a way, because I think of all things I could get offered, it was this. And if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. And it definitely helped me. It strengthened my faith in God. Absolutely. You know, I haven't been perfect all my life, and this has really kind of brought me back and made me realize, you know, there's someone that's watching over us, and especially nowadays with everything that's going on, you need to have that moral compass of where to kind of live your life and the road to go down.
Absolutely, absolutely. What did Mom say about it?
Oh, she was ecstatic. She still is. She asks me every day about the film. Absolutely loves it.
So what was it like working, because you're new, this is your biggest role.
Yeah.
And then you get to play opposite Academy Award winner Cuba Gooding Jr. What's it like?
I still can't believe it to this day. Like, literally. When I got that phone call, Tim Che, the director, says, oh, you know, yeah, Cuba's going to play Samuel. I was like, Cuba? Oh my word. I couldn't believe it. When that day on set, when all the days that we were filming together, probably goes down as some of the best days of my life.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, I try to compare it that if you're a basketball player, you know, and you want to get to the NBA, and you really want to get to the big leagues and winning all the tournaments, and then LeBron comes on your team, right? It's like, oh my word, it was amazing, and he's incredible, the guy.
Take me back to the set. What was production like? What do you remember most about doing it?
It wasn't easy. You know, we filmed in a real prison, and I believe I think it's one of 2 prisons that you're actually allowed to film in. It's an actual prison that prisoners were incarcerated in. It was in Florida. It was incredibly humid. I had this prison jumpsuit on for weeks, and it wasn't easy. And we were in these cells for like 12-hour days filming. So, you know, I was fortunate enough to go back to a nice hotel at the end. But the reality of it is that a lot of these prisons aren't. So in many ways, it helped tap into the character and what he was actually going to be experiencing.
So it was intense.
Very intense. Yeah, it was very, very intense.
One of my favorite scenes in the film is the escape.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me what you thought about that element of the story.
Yeah, you know what? I love that scene as well, because it adds some lightness to the movie, you know, and there's some soft humor in it, right? That we've picked up these suits from Lost Property, right? And we're posing as journalists. And I think it's the contrast is that I was a guy wearing $10,000 suits before, and now I'm just wearing anything that just doesn't fit me at all, and someone else is hand me down, whatever it may be, and we're trying to sneak out of this prison, which, you know, it's not the most successful as escapes maybe, but it definitely provides some entertainment watching it.
Indeed, not the smartest move.
Not the smartest, definitely not. No.
So here we sit on the verge of release. How are you feeling?
You know what? Nervous, I guess, because I've never had. This is all quite new to me. So it's. I was going to say, it's very surreal, right? It's very surreal seeing how much attention this film is getting and the praise it's getting, which I think is really nice to see, because it's just a film that's, you know, it really looked to save 1 million souls, right? And that's the goal. And so it adds a different dynamic to what your normal movie would be, right? Your normal blockbuster. Yeah. This is adding a different vibe to it, which is nice.
So the focus isn't just on what it's going to do at the box office?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. It's a good message, right? And it's what people take from the movie. And the storyline is like no other.
Yeah. What's your prayer for the project? What are you praying that happens?
One thing I pray is that this actually shapes a new generation of movies. You know, that it's not all, like you say, all for the box office. It's okay to do a film with a good positive message at the end of it. It's okay to do it, right? And that young people, especially kids, will watch it and realize that no matter what you have, that you can have all the riches in the world, but without having a faith in the Lord, that all of that is kind of irrelevant. It doesn't really get you happiness, and it doesn't get you anywhere really. So I'd like that to be taken away from it.
One of the questions I like to ask people, especially who have made some strides in their career, where people are trying to get, if you could go back and speak to young James to give him some advice on how to live his life or what to do to get where you're sitting now, what advice would you give that little boy?
I would say don't be scared. Don't be worried about what people think, because I guess going into the acting industry, it's, potentially it can be frightening. You don't know, you could be studying as an actor for 30, 40 years. You don't know really how it's going to end up for you. But you're never going to get anywhere without trying it. So I would actually just say have faith. And just don't be worried, it's going to be okay. That's definitely something I'd say, just go for it.
Nice. We hear some music in the film and some folks singing. Was that hard?
I did find that hard.
You found that hard?
I did find that hard. That was the one thing I found hard. Put me in front. I'll do any acting scene, anything like that. I'm fine with that. Dancing and singing, that's the one thing that gets me a bit scared. Luckily, there's no dancing. But the singing, I did find it hard. But, I prayed, and Cuba gave me some great strength and said, look, don't worry about it, man. And he's an incredible singer. But, that was the only bit I found nervous. But it felt right. And especially the premise of the film, why I'm singing. It felt right, you know.
What's next?
I've actually just wrapped filming another movie.
Cool. What can you share?
A film noir, and it's a crime thriller film based in the UK.
Okay.
So that's called The Third Degree.
Okay.
And that should be coming out early next year.
Awesome.
That's literally just wrapped on that.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a pleasure talking to you.
And you, Efrem.
Thank you.
Thank you for the time.
My pleasure. The film The Firing Squad is available right now in theaters. We want to thank you so much for joining us for this week's edition of Conversations from Studio 5. We appreciate you making this your weekly destination for uplifting interviews with a strong focus on faith. For more information on the show, be sure to check out our Facebook page. You can also find us on Instagram by searching Studio 5. Hope to see you right here next week on the podcast. Bye-bye.